it is about sports rom-com that you think is so appealing, besides the hunky guys usually in the stories? What is so appealing to readers about this type of book?
Well, I do write some where the woman is the athlete.
Oh,
They
cool.
they do not do as well financially yet. Um, but I really think that readers love seeing this is my hockey special edition for this year.
Oh, that's
And
Ooh.
beautiful.
oh, thank you. Yes. But the guys in this book really depend on one another. They're vulnerable
Mhm.
together. I think there's just something really appealing about men who are relying on other men in that way, emotionally, physically. And so I think that's really appealing for readers. And also, a sports season gives a really nice structure to a book. Often, you're working your
Oh,
way
yeah. Yeah.
from preseason to the big game. And so there's some really built-in kind of plot moments that I think help.
Yeah.
I
And
think there are a few things that probably attract readers, and one is that found family aspect that we're talking about. These are
oh,
not your born family. This is your teammates are your found family, and that's a really strong trope right now. Also, I mean, the competence porn.
Oh,
We
hell
love to
yeah.
see people who are incredibly good, like inhumanly good at what they do. And these star athletes are inhumanly good at what they do. And we just love seeing that.
hmm, yeah, it's
I love
encouraging.
that too.
Yeah. Yeah, Shannon.
Oh, I don't know that I would have a lot to add to that. I think that the competence porn angle is pretty huge, and to have typically, I mean, it depends on if you're writing sapphic or male male or male female romance, obviously. But I write male female romance, so I think to have a man who is in this traditional, very gender specific role open up and lose it over a woman and to be vulnerable like Lainey said or Kat, and that involves the competence angle too that Kat was just talking about. I think that's huge to me when I'm watching something or I'm reading a book or listening to an audiobook. I love it myself. The other thing I think that we haven't talked about are more of the specific romance tropes, and I think that sports romance naturally lends itself to like secret relationship and fake dating and grumpy sunshine or golden retriever. Like, I think it's so much fun to
Best
subvert
friend,
the
sister,
expectations. Yes. Oh my God.
teammate,
Yes. All of
sister, no,
those.
no, but you love her anyway.
Totally. Totally. And I think
Teammates,
readers just love
ex-wife.
those.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't done anything like that. That would be
I got one
hard.
of those in here. It is hard.
Nice. I love
So
it.
much conflict.
Yeah.
Because
But I
then
think
there's
that those tropes are yummy.
yeah, then
Sorry.
there's
Sorry,
conflict
Lainey.
on the team, that precious, precious team that you have to protect. The vibe
Hmm.
there, yeah.
Totally. So
I
that's me.
yeah, I love all that. Lauren, is there anything you would add to that?
I tend to like like what everybody else has kind of been saying, the camaraderie and the team stuff. So this is probably silly to admit, but I'm terrible about understanding sports and and like the little intricacies of what call was this, what penalty was that. When I go to a sports game, because I've been going to my local Tulsa Oilers games like pretty regularly for the last 2 years to kind of, and I literally, it's hilarious, you guys. I brought the Hockey for Dummies book, and I'm sitting there, and during one of like their like show the crowd doing dancing, they like cut to me, and you can clearly see me holding this Hockey Romance for Dummies book up, and I'm highlighting and reading, and I look up and I see him on the Jumbotron, so I just start like pumping the book in the air.
Oh, that's great. I
Like
love that.
I was not ashamed that I don't understand the finer points, but what I sit and do when I watch is I watch body language, and that is the one good thing that for some reason my brain can interpret fascinating observations on body language about how the teams move together, what pairings on the ice, when you have the different strings of the teams on hockey, how they all work well together, what guys jump out at the same time to get on the ice and seem to move together and talk more, and just the silly things the goalies do, and then just some of the incredible stuff that happens with the shots that they take. Like I literally watched a puck go around the back of the goalie and then just bounce off a guy's butt, and everybody started laughing. And then at one point during one of the games I saw last time, a guy fell on the puck on the ice, and he's laying there on his butt, and the puck is stuck underneath, and he tilts to the side, and one of the other guys from the other team just comes and swipes the puck out from under his butt, and he's just like, okay. And so it was just kind of these funny things that I'm observing, and I'm not so worried about who's winning, what the points are, what the calls are, but I just find it just fascinating to watch all of that. And I really enjoy seeing, for years I've been going, so I'm not a fan much of anything, in a sense that I'm not like out there like screaming and profanities and yelling crazy stuff, but I do get excited by just watching teams perform. And I go to the College World Series every year for baseball because my family lives in Omaha, and we just my mom's sister and uncle live up there and everything, so we just get the tickets and we go, and I have so much fun watching. And one of the coolest things I think about sports is when everybody gets behind an underdog team. And I know